Okay, starting the pump. This is the pump. First thing you want to do is you want to check the fuel. On our Type 5, the fuel is a separate tank. You want to open, visibly look in. Yep, there's gas. And then close it back up. This is a completely sealed system. So before you start, you must open valve to the tank. The other thing you want to do is you want to check the oil. Every time you put gas in it, you want to check the oil. Okay, before starting, you want to make sure that all of the discharges are closed. When these are quarter turn valves, when they are across the way the pipe goes, they are closed. When they go with the pipe, they are open. So you want to make sure all the discharges are closed. Your recirc is closed. Everything here is closed. You then want to open the tank to pump. Tank to pump is now open. Then you would come over, you'd pull the choke in cold weather. And if it's really cold, you may have to nurse the engine before you can put the choke all the way off. This button down here that says light, there's a little light up here. If you flip this on, the light comes on. Do not leave that on or it will drain the truck battery. We will flip the ignition switch on, press the starter, and as soon as it starts, let go. Check the pressure. If you have no pressure, we are going to have to quickly hand prime it, which we will come over here to the hand primer. We will open the hand primer valve. And of course, because that, and we will do that until we get pressure. As soon as we get pressure, we close this. Our system is now pressurized. Now we'll go ahead and start the engine. Everything's closed. Tank to pump is open. Ignition switch is on. Choke is out. We do have pressure, so we do not need to hand prime. We then need to come over to our recirc and open half a turn. This will flow water so the pump will not get wet. Hot. Yes, hot, not wet. Thank you, cameraman. I'm going to bring the pressure up here. We're at 100. I'm going to open the recirc. And watch what happens when I open the recirc. Notice how it falls, because we have no pressure. Now we're back to half a turn open. Always listen to the pump engine. Sounds different when there's no water. We're going to try to simulate it running out of water. I'm going to close tank to pump. Clean water. Did you hear the change in the pump? Very small, but you still heard it. Open tank to pump. When you're through, shut the engine off and come back on the other side. Close your vent valve. That's the starting. Let's turn around and go over to the Type 6. Very, 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 very similar. The tank on the Type 6 is here. Check and make sure there's fuel. Check the oil. Oh, thank you. I couldn't find it, Mr. Cameraman. There's how you check the oil.
It's an older Briggs, so that it's in the oil. It's in the fill.
Make sure all your discharges are closed. Make sure your recirc is closed all the way. You would open your tank to pump. You would put your choke on. Turn your ignition switch on. Hit the starter button. Once the engine started, you want to make sure you have pressure. Again, if you don't have pressure, you want to come up to your hand primer, open the valve, and do that until you get pressure. Once you get pressure, you can close this. Once the engine's warm, you can shut your choke off, and you're ready to go.